I'm Dr. Melanie with Venture Chiropractic. Alyssa Shirek is back with us this week from Fundamentals Therapy. We are going to be covering dead bug exercise. Last week we covered the diaphragm and the importance of our breathing and feeling that breath properly. And I am going to be the model patient again, and Alyssa's going to run us through what a dead bug looks like.
Yeah, she is a model patient. So I'm going to have her lay down flat. First thing we're going to do, just as hopefully you've been doing your homework since last week, is start with that diaphragmatic breathing. So really focusing on filling up your canister with air, filling up your entire abdomen with air. Taking a few breaths like that and really reconnecting to your body. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in a heel slide. And so this is the first progression of a dead bug. So Dr. Melanie is going to start with heel slide. She's going to take a nice big diaphragmatic breath, and then while she breathes out, she's going to slide a heel out and back in. And she's in full control of her body the entire time, really coordinating with her breath. Excellent. So this is the first step. If this is hard enough for you, you can stay here. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can raise your hips up to 90 degrees and you can just do tapping of your feet. So same thing on the exhale, you're going to bring that foot down and back up. Again, nice and controlled. And then we want to challenge Dr. Melanie a little bit more. We're going to have her put her arms straight up in front of her, up towards the ceiling. You can even spread your knees a little bit wider and externally rotate a little bit there. And then you can do the opposite arm with the opposite leg. Same thing with the breath. On the exhale. Here we're working your bilateral coordination as well. So you want to make this even more challenging, you can put a band around your legs, you can add a weighted ball in your arms.
Yeah, feels good.
Good.
One of the things too that I have found with patients, if we don't have someone like Alyssa being able to help us through and cue the proper muscles, is something as simple as a towel. I will place this towel behind kind of the small of my back so I have a target or something to aim towards when I'm doing my breath. If you lose the towel and you are able to tug it out from underneath of you, you have not stayed fully engaged throughout that whole set. So I can kind of show you where the placement is. So about right here. So it's a nice little cheat again when you don't have someone helping you. And I'll just kind of show you with the heel slide. So again, you take your breath, you fill it in, and as you're exhaling, try to tug that towel. If you cannot lose it, you're staying engaged. And then you come back up. If it comes out, start over, focus on your breath if you need to reset from the very beginning, and then keep going through the progressions of the dead bug.
All right, so we want to show you one more way to modify dead bugs. If you are pregnant and it's uncomfortable for you to be lying on your back, or you're noticing any coning of your abdomen while you're doing these dead bugs, you can always do them seated as well. And there are a couple of different ways you can do them seated. You could start with just your arms, again, using your breath to coordinate, or you can do opposite knee lifts with arm raises. Do this one first. We're really testing her today.
It takes some mental power to get the opposite sides working.
It keeps you sharp. It looks good.
There. All right, hopefully, again, you can start implementing this right away. Breath work first. Dead bugs, wherever you're at in the progression, just focus on that, making sure you keep everything engaged the entire time. And next week, we are going to kind of add to this further. And so you'll have to tune in to see what type of exercises that will be most beneficial for you at that point. But thanks again, Alyssa.
No problem.
And we will look forward to seeing you next week. And we will continue to help you move better, feel better, and be a better you. As a disclaimer, any of these exercises can be safely performed during pregnancy as long as you're not on any restrictions from your medical provider.
Yeah, we also want you to be really aware of how your body is feeling while you're doing these exercises. If you experience any pain or discomfort, please discontinue. We also want you to pay attention for diastasis recti, which is very common during pregnancy as it's the thinning of the abdominal tissue for baby to stretch, so baby has a place to go. However, we don't want you to be doing anything that is exacerbating these symptoms. So if you are noticing this coning or tenting, we want you to go back in the progression of exercises. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving, everybody's moving.
everybody's moving, moving, and stop.